try to get to the American adversaries where you get nothing but the truth. So don't get stung. Listen to AM 660 for the answer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And the number to call if you want to win that 30-minute massage from Marilyn Monroe's Swan Oviedo is 407-774-8255. And the question was, name two of the goons. That's spelled G-O-O-N-S.
I'll give you a hint.
That's a very good hint. Does your nose die?
It does say.
That is not my dog.
That's a delivery. It's a verb.
A verb?
In Venezuela, they are doing things right. Yes, I'm friends of, what was that guy's name that died? What was his name? Shows you how much of an impact he's made on us.
No, we're just drawing blank, that's all.
Anyway, so there are some hints for you. Pink Panther.
Yes.
And that. So 407-774-8255. The Goons. All right, so just another sort of quick little WTF news story here. Have you heard of cissexism? Cissexism is spelled C-I-S-S-E-X-I-S-M, and sexism is discrimination against transsexuals. And a famous transsexual blogger by the name of James St. James is offended by people assuming that your chromosomes, your DNA, can actually determine your gender.
Well, isn't that what science has told us?
No, that is sexism. And showing pictures of your non-transsexual children is also a form of cissexism, according to transgendered blogger James St. James.
It sounds more like a mental disorder.
I tap out, folks. Okay, I've heard it all.
No, we ain't. That's the scary part. We're here to
I've just been put to the subcultural sharpshooter, and I can't take it anymore.
Just when you think you've heard it all, you ain't. And that's the scary part about it all. All right. Are you concerned about who the Postal Workers Union is backing in the election coming up? No. Well, in that case, I won't tell you that it's Bernie Sanders. It's like, who cares, right?
Exactly. It's a union. What's the union always vote?
Yeah, so that means
independent.
If he gets elected, you'll go into the post office and they'll go, you didn't get your mail because of climate change. It's climate change's problem why you didn't get your mail on time.
And we demand a minimum wage of $15 an hour.
And speaking of that, Marty O'Malley.
Yes.
You know, Marty O'Malley was...
Walmart? Told you he was going to pop up.
At the debate last night. Now earlier, I sort of threw him a little bit of, I don't know if you want to call it love, but I said at least he understands that when it comes to the problem with the situation with the Islamic State and all that, we got to take the lead. We can't. And he kind of stole a line from Jeb Bush, which others also did. I noticed at the summit when he said we don't have to be the world's policeman, but we do have to be the world's leader. I think is how he phrased it. Well, anyway, Martin O'Malley, of course, has been a huge critic of all things conservative. But he says that we have that the illegal immigration into this country is greatly, I'm paraphrasing, greatly overblown. And in fact, if we really want to improve the economy and be able to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, we have to bring the illegals who are here out of the shadows, so to speak, into the mainstream economy. And there will be so much money there, even though the problem has been overblown, there will somehow be so much money there that it will now be able to somehow justify a $15 an hour minimum wage.
Well, the transportation companies would really expand and grow their business if the illegals came out of the shadow.
But see,
then we could round them up and deport all of them.
But see, this also betrays the fact that liberals don't seem to be able to understand basic economics. Because if you, in essence, put more people into the workforce, you actually put downward pressure on wages, not upward pressure on wages. You see, if you actually want to put upward pressure on wages, you would round up the illegals and send them out of the country. Now, if only someone would come along with a plan to do that. If only someone would come along with a plan to do that.
I wonder if you could do that.
Only someone with a pair even bigger than Maggie Thatcher's.
Well, that's cruising for a bruise.
Indeed it is. All right, and then 6,000 prisoners were released from the federal prison system, the largest single prisoner release.
Was 6,000 or 60,000?
It was 6.
Okay.
But I'm sure it's just going to be the start. And not that they're, I mean, I must say this, we do have a problem with way too many people in prison. There's no question in my mind about it. But to just sort of come through swoop like that, more or less, without much review and release 6,000, I don't know if that's the greatest way to go about it. But nonetheless, we do have far too many people in prison. But a lot of them belong there, and they need to stay there. And so that's why something like this should be troubling. And by the way, at least a third of these were in the country illegally.
Well, you know, here's an interesting question. They want to do away with that box on the application with regards to whether you have committed a felony. And they want to actually stop you from asking them.
Right.
So does that mean child molesters can now be hired as nannies and servants in the wealthy people's homes?
Well, here's the good news.
Or as teachers?
The good news is, legally speaking, no, that would not mean that. The bad news is there would be no way for the employer to know.
Well, exactly.
So even though it would be against the law for the molester to do that, he could potentially get away with it for a long time before ever being caught.
Why would it be against the law now? Because you're not allowed to discriminate against people that have committed crimes.
Part of their sentencing is to stay away from those things. What I'm saying is the law against them stays true. The problem is it is now much more difficult to catch them breaking the law.
All right, then what about a convicted bank robber now being put in charge of cash collection?
Same thing.
They don't have to volunteer that they're bank robbers.
Right. And so it would be more difficult for the employer to know that they are. And so we would be on the honor system with criminals, is what it would amount to.
Let me see.
How about that?
Break the law, honor system.
And by the way, there are ways to, so one can clean up their record. So if they really want to do that, it can be done without having to change the whole makeup of, in essence, our society. All right, that's going to about wrap it up for tonight. We're going to leave you once again with the Lloyd Marcus tune. You know, gift giving season is coming up, and Lloyd Marcus has got some great CD, God, Country, and Love. Makes a great gift. Of course, My Liberty Threads, MyLibertyThreads.com, LloydMarcus.com. Those are great places to get gifts for the holidays.